How's it going, guys? My name is Zach with the Movie Castle, and today we're going to be taking a look at my newest Dollar Tree Blu-ray and DVD movie haul. This is special for two reasons. One, this is actually haul number 10, so to celebrate, I have 10 things for you guys. 2 movies on Blu-ray and 8 DVDs. So yeah, just really quick, thank you guys for watching. This has quickly become the most successful series on the channel, which is why we got to number 10 so quickly, and it's good to know that you guys are enjoying this. This is also special for a second reason. That second reason being we are almost at 100 subscribers. At the time of recording, I am at 98 subscribers, almost 100. And I'd like to really quickly thank you guys. Thank you guys for your support. It's cool that we made it to 100. And yeah, without further ado, let's just jump right in. The first movie on Blu-ray here is this movie called The Eyes of My Mother, a film by Nicholas Pesci. Hands down, one of the best horror movies of the year from Bloody Disgusting. And that year would be 2016. So this movie I'd seen around enough to know that it must be pretty good, because if they push the physical media that hard that you see it in, a bunch of different places, you know that they have some faith in the movie and they wanna get people to see it. If you flip it over to the back, this talks about how it's a mother who is formerly a surgeon with her daughter in a secluded farmhouse, and she's helping her to understand anatomy and be unfazed by death. Something shocking happens. Years and years later, the girl returns as an adult, and she apparently has some strange habits now. So, interesting premise. It's got a slipcase, and these letters on the side and the front are embossed, as well as the profile of her face there. We take the slipcase off, same cover, open it up, and there's the disc art, which is again the same image, but she's smaller and pushed over, so the whole of the disc isn't going through the art, her face there. But anyway, a movie I've been interested in checking it out. Glad to pick it up on Blu-ray for just a single $1 there. So yeah, so let's put it back in the slipcase, put it over there, and check out the second Blu-ray. This movie's called Storage 24, a highly competent sci-fi shocker that creates some big frights. That's from the Daily Express. Will their first contact be their last? Flip it over to the back, and it talks about how a secret military plane crashes into London, so this is a British movie probably. They put the city on quarantine, and unknowing what's going on in the outside world, a group of friends are in a storage facility when an alien attacks them. It refers to it as a mysterious predator. So yeah, a cool alien in a storage facility movie, a sci-fi horror it looks like, and keep the Predator in mind. This is not a mockbuster, but keep the idea of the Predator in mind. That might be coming up again later in the video. Up next, a lot of these movies are stuff that I haven't seen before because, I'm just picking them up. It's a haul, right? So a bunch of new stuff, but that being said, these next 2 movies I actually have seen. Clowntown, they'll rip out your funny bone. I found this movie on streaming, and years and years ago, but I remember it being pretty good. This group of people, they get stuck in an abandoned town, but unfortunately for them, it's full of a violent gang of psychopaths dressed as clowns. It's been a while since I've seen it, but I remember it being pretty fun. An abandoned town full of clowns. That's cool. It's kind of funny. I haven't seen as many killer clown movies at the Dollar Tree as you might expect. I see a lot of them at Walmart, so maybe they all sell it at Walmart, and they don't make it to the Dollar Tree. I don't know, but that one was fun. I'm glad to see it glad to see it here. Glad to get a physical copy. Up next, one that I streamed quite recently. He's Out There, and it's got the lady who was in the TV show Chuck. In this one, she has a summer house they try to go to at least once a year, but they've been really busy, and they're like, we got to go there at least once. So she goes with the two daughters. The husband gets stuck with work, and he won't be there till later in the night. And mysterious killer's in the woods, and this killer's got this kind of fanciful aesthetic. You know, he'll leave like string for people to follow and make dolls that look like people and style his killings around the storybook. So it's a cool twist, you know. It's more of a home invasion thriller like the original Strangers was than a slasher movie. But yeah, it's a, you know, protect the kids, there's a serial killer out there. But yeah, it's actually pretty fun, you know, a little bit of fantasy elements like they would use in, say, The Babadook later. Although that's the fantasy elements is the only tie-in with that movie. But yeah, a lot better than I expected to be, but not really a slasher. Moving on, this movie I found called The Loved Ones. I had actually heard a bunch about this movie before. If you look at lists like Watch Mojo had this like in a million of their horror movie list, so I'd been interested in checking it out, but I never was able to really find the physical media. I try to, you know, support brick and mortar stores. I had only seen the physical media in one place, and that was this thrift store that specialized in kind of rarer, harder to find movies. And there they wanted like $15 for the DVD of it. And $15, it's like $5 more than the total of this whole haul. And I almost bought it several times because I was curious about it. But luckily, I found it here, so I only had to pay $1 for it. Glad I waited. This movie is about a girl named Lola, and Brent rejects her for the prom. So she kidnaps him and takes him to her house and has her own version of the prom. A nightmare of drills, nails, glitter, and syringes. Will he survive, or will he become one of Lola's loved ones? So an interesting premise. The disc is a really simple disc there. But yeah, I've been wanting to check this out, and I'm glad to pay $1 for it. Anyway, you know, I said back in storage 24 to keep the predators on mind. Here's The Hunt Begins, Predator World. So in this movie, you get a space cruiser, the Titan 1C, or the Titan IC, the Titanic. Anyway, it gets in a meteor shower, it crashes, people get in escape pods and land on the planet, but the planet is full of big aliens that want to eat them, or at least kill them, and they have to fight back and see if they can find technology from the ship to help them. But it sounds a lot cooler than I thought it would be. You know, I'm kind of interested in these mockbusters, but I mean, reading the description, looking at the back, this might actually be a pretty good one. You get the ship there, you get her, and the pink hair. Does she have a long tongue, or is she getting stabbed in the head? I'm not sure what's going on there. The creature, and then that's probably the main guy there. Open up, the disc is the same as the front cover. He's got the stereotypical, you know, just different enough predator teeth. But he actually looks like the red ant design more than the regular predator. That's the original design of the predator, and then they changed him a whole bunch when they actually got to making the movie. He looks more like the original design, I think. But that being said, interesting predator mockbuster that actually looks fairly okay. Up next, one that I thought was really interesting, Psychopaths, from the twisted mind of Mickey Keating. And you get these blue and purple light and these guys in masks. Survival of the sickest. Flip it over on the back. The paths of multiple serial killers cross over in one blood-soaked night. So this is a slasher movie, but it's slasher killer versus slasher killer. It lists, there's a serial killer that was executed that's possessing his followers. That kind of sounds like Jason Goes to Hell a little bit. Alice, an escaped mental patient who thinks she's in a 50s glamour world. Blondie, who's a seductress that lures men to her basement. the Midnight Strangler who claims his victims in a seedy hotel, and an enigmatic masked contract killer who stalks the city with his own deadly agenda. So that lists at least 5 killers there, and at least 3 of them wore masks, as you can see from the front cover there. Cool mask. But yeah, I'm interested in that one. It sounds like a slasher movie that's slasher versus slasher, which is a pretty unique twist. If it's good, I might do a full review on it. I watch a lot of these movies, but I don't always do reviews. If this is good, I might do a full review on this, and I'll probably have to do The Loved Ones, because I'm betting that's good just from the way people talk about it. But anyway, it takes time for me to get to stuff. But this next one I hadn't heard of before, but it seemed pretty interesting. Death House. In this one, dubbed by fans as being the Expendables of horror from John Squires of Bloody Disgusting, and you get a little parody of the Expendables logo with, Freddy Krueger gloves, Michael Myers knives, Jason's machetes, and chainsaws for Leatherface. But you look up at the top, Kane Hodder, Bill Moseley, Dee Wallace, Sid Haig, Courtney Palm, Adrienne Barbeau, Michael Berryman, Barbara Crampton, Gunnar Hansen, Lindsay Hartley, Lloyd Kaufman from Trauma, Charlie Keaton, Felissa Rose, Tony Todd, the Candyman, Vincent Ward, Vernon Wells. So yeah, you get Candyman, Leatherface, Jason, and some of the Devil's Rejects here. But yeah, you flip it over to the back, it points out one thing I didn't know. And also, Gunnar Hansen's, parentheses, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, he's Leatherface. Gunnar Hansen's last movie performance, so apparently he died. That's pretty sad, but he has last movie here. Definitely have to watch that. But yeah, it's got a bunch of people from horror movies in it. It says, during an exclusive tour of a prison, the power goes out, the inmates get out, but if they go deeper into the prison, and there's some supernatural people being kept down there in the depths, the basement of the prison, down below, so that'll probably be some of the famous people. There's the disc art, but it has this thing that I hadn't seen before. I haven't seen this in any other movie. Death House cast autographs. So it has a list of people at the bottom that were in the movie, and the idea is you take this to like a convention or something, and you try to get them all to sign over this picture of Kane Hodder here. And I hadn't seen that before in any of the any other movies I have, but a little autograph sheet for, if you want to take it to a convention, collect the autographs. Never really been to a convention before, but it sounds really fun, and if I go, I have to remember to bring this thing along. See if I can get some of them. Anyway, the last 2, if you've been keeping up with my channel for a bit, you know that these Ico Bridge includes 2 bonus movie sets have been absolutely flooding the Dollar Tree. So at the end of some of my hauls, I do a little upkeep with them. Anyway, this one is The Ghost Beyond. She's Been Waiting for You, and unfortunately it kind of got damaged. I put tape on the inside to keep it from getting further damaged. You put it on the inside so you don't see it on the outside. But it has 2 bonus movies, Legacy of Evil and Beneath the Mississippi, which I think the bonus movies have been on another pack before. Sometimes they do that, where the main movie's always different, but this bonus disc here, I'm pretty sure we've seen that before in something else. And then The Ghost Beyond, the main feature, and they put them backwards again, but, oh well. But yeah, you got a flipper this time, so it's not a stacker, that one where the discs were stacked on top of each other that one time. But anyway, The Ghost Beyond, paranormal, looks interesting. And then lastly, the last one we have here, which is actually kind of an interesting one, remote viewing. You never know who's watching, get this cool eye. And then up top it lists The Veil and Paranormal something, but it's too small to read. And The Veil is on the back, but then it credits us as Phantom from Space, so I'm not quite sure. We'll get to that. Oh, it does list it up here. Chronicles of the Paranormal PSI Factor. So it says 2 bonus movies, but there's actually 3 things on here. but they're all TV episodes. Well, actually, no, Phantom from Space is an old movie. So you get 2 movies, and then a bunch of TV on this bonus disc, and it's weird that it, says a 2 bonus movie set. But yeah, okay, they put the bonus disc first again, but check that out. PSI Factor, Absolution, Harley Quinn, Y2K, The Kiss, All Hallows Eve, and Little People. I don't know what that's about, but I'll check it out. The Veil, it includes Genesis and Vision of Crime, and then Phantom from Space. And then the main feature, Remote Viewing. So, yeah, it says 2 bonus movies, but it sounds like 2 movies and a bunch of TV. The second movie seemed a little short, only 75 minutes, but it's odd that they crammed that bonus disc full of a bunch of TV. Yeah, look, the Psy Factor, it's 276 minutes, and then this is 50 minutes, and this is 72 minutes. Wow, they put a lot on there. And then the main feature, I don't see the time. Yeah, 90 minutes. This is a lot of viewing. This is a lot of stuff on this one. So that's an interesting one, fun to find. And both of these have a slipcase, and that's a lot of viewing for $1 there. So 2 of these 2 bonus movie ones, although this is way more than 2 movies, and they both have slipcases. So that's a fun thing. Fun way to go out and finish part 10. Fun way to go out of the video. I'll be back again with more Dollar Tree hauls sometime soon. Looking forward to part 11. But anyway, 10 things here for part 10. I'll put a link, a playlist at the end of this video. That'll be all my haul videos, so you can check out all the other Dollar Tree videos at the playlist at the end. That being said, to everyone who's watched so far, thank you for watching. To everyone who's liked and subscribed, thank you. You really are helping the channel out. We are almost at 100, and that is really fun. And that being said, have a good day. I'll see you guys again very, very soon. And by now, the playlist should be up if you want to check out the other hauls. Anyway, have a good day. I'll see you guys soon. Have fun.